Hi, my name's Rainee. I'm 42 years old. I treat patients and clients here at Harley Street, managing pain and stress and improving their performance. So my passion in life my mission really, is to end suffering in humans. Love and freedom are very, very important values to me. Things I now love about myself is I love me. It's taken me a long time to come to this place of liking me and then loving me. It's been a long journey coming to this place. It's taken a lot of years. What do I like about me? I now like my curly hair. I now like my chatty personality. I like who I am and what I bring to the table. I'm still getting used to the fact that I'm being filmed. I'm still learning to love seeing myself on videos. I couldn't watch myself before. I could see myself in photos but not in videos, and I'm starting to come to terms with that slowly. I always had a problem with my skin colour. Being the only Indian in the school, not the only Indian, but one of the very few. It was always an issue for me. In the 80s, growing up, clothing was very much around pastel colours, and pastel colours and Indian skin just don't go well together. So I always thought I was the problem. It didn't occur to me that fashion was just rubbish. I thought I was the problem. So I had issues around that, issues about do I belong to a particular community, and there was a lot of fear, and I had issues around sort of dominance by males. So there was just a lot of fear and a lot of pain and anger growing up. My mum went to work, so I grew up with a mother who worked and had a career. She was a smart woman, but anything around the word domestic was always the female role. So there was always like a role for males and a role for females. So it was almost like womanhood felt like there was a role and you had to answer to somebody and you had to conform and do it a certain way or people will judge you. So there was a lot of fear and a lot of anxiety and a lot of anger and pain around being a female, I guess, being this Indian female in this Western society who was trying to fit in with everything. The struggle I faced was an identity crisis. I was English and British Monday to Friday, and then weekends I became this Indian girl where I had to mix with Indian kids and go to the Sikh temple and speak a different language. And I always had issues around who am I and where I belong. It's only when I got older that I realised that I had the best of both. Today I feel completely different. Today I enjoy who I am. I enjoy what I can do. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy my friends. I enjoy my family. I enjoy life. But again, it's been a long, arduous process to come to this. There's been many, many obstacles along the way. Lots of examples of pain coming out of relationships, pain coming out of a divorce. It's been example after example, trauma in my life, emotional abuse in my life, and I think I've reached a point where you just get to the point where you say no more. This can't go on anymore, and you just draw a line in the sand, and suddenly as you draw that line, you step over it and you feel like you've stepped into a new space. I had to go do some deep digging within myself to discover these demons and what's been holding me back before I could even come to the place of looking at myself in the mirror saying, I actually love you. The female social structure, I think, does work now, but it hasn't always, because for centuries women have been oppressed and been not regarded in their entirety in so many cultures, Indian culture as well as British culture, which are the two that I relate well to. But now women are finding a voice, they're speaking up for themselves and finding a voice, and it's quite amazing. My only wish is that I feel the pendulum's swinging a little too far the other way. So I think that's quite natural. So I think with time, as women are finding their voice now and speaking up, which is wonderful, they will also get to come to appreciate their femininity and their essence and their power as a woman. I think it's phenomenal. Without them having to be these ball-busting men, they can actually just be, in their essence and enjoy life. It has done over the years. It doesn't now because I think I've reached a stage where I'm just comfortable with myself. I like the fact that everybody grooms themselves nowadays and takes care of their wellness and looks good. I love that. But I think that, especially with the younger kids, I think it's becoming a situation where they're so obsessed with it and they're constantly looking at themselves and needing validation from social media and other platforms taking selfies all the time, constantly looking at themselves. I think their self-worth is being eroded off the back of it, and you know that they need to be able to step out of the house and realise they're beautiful with or without makeup or having beauty treatments. They were born beautiful, they are beautiful, and I think that's something I hope will change as time evolves. It goes back to my mission of ending suffering, one, and the other thing is really people surrendering, just letting go and not having the need to control things all the time and have the need to survive in this mindset. Just let go and trust and realise and sit in your space of greatness, because we all are great, we all are loved, we all are loving, we are wonderful beings, and I think just appreciate, surrender to that and see what life can deliver you. My younger self, I would say to her, first of all, is I love you unconditionally. I love you no matter what. I have got your back always, and be the best you can be who you want to be, and be the best you can be, because you know the world's your oyster, and I love you no matter what.